preferred writing about gray characters, human characters who, you know, whether they are giants or elves or dwarves or whatever they are, they're still human. The human heart in conflict with itself, as Faulkner says, that all of us have the capacity in us for great good and for great evil, for love, but also for hate. And I wanted to write that kind of complex characters in a fantasy, not just all the good people get together to fight the bad guy.
Well, speaking of amazing characters, I would like to talk a little bit about Tyrion.
Dwarves tipped you off. Speaking of elves.
I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad somebody...
Unicorns, Tyrion.
How we doing tonight, guys?
Good.
We're good. We're good.
Excellent.
I'm sorry.
Tampa, we love you. We're Game of Thrones. Well, these guys are. I'm dead.
Told me what happens, but I don't want to read them and read the scripts at the same time because it's confusing, because as you know the story changes a little bit. So I do really want to read them, but I'm going to wait until the show is completely finished and we're not doing any more, and then I'll go back and read what the story was supposed to be. So I will read them, and then I'll let you guys know what I think.
That's a very diplomatic answer, yes. I've just read just ahead of where I'm meant to be, and I really wish I never read it.
There's no pictures in it, so I don't read it. And besides, Drogo can't read.
Tyrion seems to be almost unflappable. I mean, it seems like there's really only one character that gets to him, which it seems to be his father. Other than that, do you think that there's any other character that gets under his skin?
Arya. Sorry, Lena was in the way.
Hi, I was wondering if you can be any other character in the show, who would you be and why?
I'd be the Hound. Because he's a badass.
I'd be Khal Drogo because I really fancy that girl with the white hair.
Catch yourself in real life breaking down a situation the way that Tyrion might. You know, it seems like mentally preparing for every potential move and guessing 10 steps ahead. You know, it seems like an exhausting way to live, but...
I guess as actors, you're lucky enough to have people do that for you. What airline? What? Just take me to the airport. Latte. So no.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Eric. My question is probably for Rory and Mais. How's it working opposite of Jack Gleason?
Jack? Well, it's no problem really, because see, in real life, he's a little shit. So there's no acting required, and it's pretty easy, really.
Yeah.
Well, Lena, speaking of your...
That's American actress, though.
Huh? What?
I'm saying that's American actress. That's a different story.
I learned that quickly.
Did you ever ask for a latte and it arrived on set of Game of Thrones?
Yeah. I don't look at the fucking latte. I don't know. There's a cockfighter. Oh, what the fuck is that, Starbucks? Wow, I just lost the entire country of Northern Ireland. Welcome back, Mr. Dinklage.
All right, this is for all of you. Since this is a Comic Con, I was wondering if your character could be a superhero. Which superhero would your character be?
Spider-Man, because it just...
Superhero, I don't know superhero, I'd be complete opposite. I would go for the god Poseidon because I don't do fire. No fire! Jeez.
I'd be the Hound. Actually, I'd be Rory. He is a fucking superhero.
About it, I'm like, I know you don't like me, so just come on, tell me up straight. Yeah, that'd be cool. Jesus God, they don't even know the show they're on. Come on, guys. I mean, come on.
Mine is Charles Dance.
This comes from Gina Wolf at Wolf G. Who is the funniest on set? I'm looking at you.
Conleth Hill. Or Arveris. The man, to do a scene with him is nearly impossible. Without just peeing your pants. Not from laughing, but just peeing your pants. He has this thing he does where you can just pee your pants. No, yeah, definitely Conleth. And I barely have any scenes with him, so it's so easy. His forehead.
It's a choice, because I can't look at you.
Yeah. And he never cracks. You can do anything, and he won't.
No, he
I remember there was one scene, Peter, where
Well, that's because you guys aren't funny. He's the funny one.
Exactly.
there was a scene where he had Peter, he was cracking Peter up just with the way he said "a shy," and he was saying you couldn't do your takes because of the way he was saying it.
And we were leaving this bar, and we were all singing. What was it? Good.
Da 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 da.
We're all wrecked, apart from Maisie, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if you think.
Yes, baby. I love you.
I love you too.
I love you, and I'll go anywhere you want to go.
I think you're in there.
I'm going to ride your dragon all the way to the throne. All the way.
You find people think you're British in real life?
No way. I'm from Jersey, man. No way. No.
I thought there was something else coming, but he's done. All right, we're moving on.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Harley. How long does it take you guys to get into the full makeup and full costumes? And also, who would win in a fight, Drogo or the Hound?
Oh.
This is what women do, buddy. They try. That's why they say crows before hoes. I'm not even going to answer that question. But Drogo.
Are the dire wolves real wolves?
Yes, the direwolves in season 1 were real, because I took mine home. Thank you, George. Please.
This is a question for everybody. If you weren't playing your character, who would you like to play, male or female, and why? Maybe we'll start with Nikolai.
Oh, Khal Drogo, definitely.
Probably Don Draper. Oh, wrong show. Well, if Mr. Benioff is playing Khal Drogo, I'll play Daenerys Targaryen. Picture it.
Oh, yeah? It's hard.
This is again from the Twitterverse. If you weren't, sorry, who would you like to see on the Iron Throne and why? Question for everyone.
I'll go with Tyrion.
Why?
I genuinely think he's the only person who talks sense in the entire thing. Thank you.
I can imagine it. And how much of that on set was green screen for you guys as actors? A fair amount, I guess.
Nothing. I mean, that's...
I guessed
that's,
incorrectly.
No. I mean, obviously, the explosion and the reaction to the, all of that is, you gotta fake. I mean, not fake, just, you're going like this, and there's just a grip going with the light.
So
but
you're
everything
complaining
else,
about acting.
And when it finally stops raining, the guy with the hose goes, "Sorry, guys." And you're like, oh, God, right. You have to match it. So that's almost a cruel joke. You're like, oh, finally. But thankfully, it rains a lot in Belfast. So. Wow, I'm on Belfast. I so don't want to. It's the greatest place in the world. Truly.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
It's not.
We should shoot this in Burbank.
Another question from the Twitterverse. Who reads the books? I know you guys have answered this a lot, but I think it's really interesting to people just in terms of knowing how the story is unfolding, where your character is headed. How many of you guys actually read the books?
My mum and stepdad have both read the books, and they've told me roughly what happens to Arya. Not every single encounter along the way, because I know that things changed. Like, I didn't meet Tywin really in the books, and then that kind of came up in the scripts, which was great. And then things like Weasel Soup didn't happen. But yeah, I guess I know roughly what happens to her, so then you just wait till the scripts come and then see what you're actually going to be doing. And then when all this finishes, I do really want to read them, but I'm kind of confused a bit at the moment, so yeah. Yeah, but I do really want to read them, so.
I've read them.
On from that, obviously you're nothing like your character in real life, but what I wanted to ask you is there...
Yes, I've read the first 4, not the latest one.
All right.
Well, like with Maisie, my mum read the book.
And
She did a really good summary, so.
Well, it's to what's his name's loss.
George R. Martin.
Is that the guy?
The guy who created the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I added a couple more R's in there.
And I got on really, really well with Sophie, and just remember her being like super tall and like after everything we do, she's like, "Oh, you're really cute." And then I was a bit like, "Yeah, I'm only 1 year younger than you." But yeah, we got on really, really well, and I came out of the audition and said to my mum, I was like, even if I don't get the part, I really want that girl to, because she's really cool, so yeah.
Oh, you're really cute.
Still only 1 year younger than you.
Most of y'all work with kids on the set. How is that?
Awful.